The New York Post has said that Candace Owens has gone full Alex Jones. But Tim Pool, on the other hand, had this to say about what the New York Post wrote in a recent article.
Candace Owens has gone full Alex. Can we pull this back up? Candace Owens has gone full Alex Jones. Now that is wrong. Alex is not this crazy. And it sure draws eyeballs. Her YouTube has 5.6 million subs, 7 million followers on X. The first episode in a Macron series, Becoming Bridget, an introduction, got 5 million views. Guys, Candace is really good at social engineering. She's really, really good at it. Mm-hmm. In the previous segment, for those that are just tuning in, we discussed how you use manipulative language. Sorry, and the corporate press does this all the time. One example I like to give,
as Tim Pool pointed out, Candace Owens is very good at social engineering and using manipulative language to get people to believe her. And I've said this a number of times, because if you look at Candace Owens' fans, they are nuts, right? And they don't believe in facts. You point out the facts to them, the truth of the matter, they refuse it immediately. They don't care about what's right. They care about their leader, their cult leader. And when you are believing in a psychopath, what usually happens after it? You defend the psychopath, do you not? Doesn't matter if the truth is right in your face. If it is slapping you in the face, even, it doesn't matter. What matters is defending your idol or your cult leader, because you believe that that psychopath is actually right. But what that psychopath is actually doing is manipulating you into believing in a lie. And they're very, very good at it, aren't they? Candace Owens, I'll give her credit for this. Very, very good at using lies to her advantage. And you know someone else that I know is very good at doing that too? Satan. Satan is the master deceiver, the one that can change your heart and your mind. And sometimes it can be very, very subtle. Doesn't have to be outlandish. It can be very, very subtle. And he'll do it usually over a period of time. As we know, and as we've seen with Candace, it's been over a gradual period of time, hasn't it? She will drip feed you things. Sure, there'll be crazy conspiracy theories and you name it, outlandish claims with no evidence whatsoever. She's relying on that because she knows that a vast majority of her audience members don't really care about the truth because they think that she's telling the truth. She's relying on the fact that not many members of her audience actually think longer and hard about what she's saying. And guess what? That's been proven right. Because when many people on X or even on here, they immediately claim that I and so many other people are being paid to say the things that we're saying. And I guarantee you, I'm not being paid by anyone to say the things that I'm saying. I'm saying the things that I'm saying because it's what's right. And for me, what's right is far more important. I don't care if they offered me $1 million. I wouldn't even take it. You know why I wouldn't take it? Because I got to live with myself. And for me, my integrity is it outweighs far above anything else, including money. I couldn't care less about money. I couldn't. I was demonetized for an entire year. I still kept doing this show. What does that tell you? Money to me, it's the byproduct of working hard. And I think people should get paid for working hard. But for Candace, if you are constantly lying to people, and like Tim Pool has said a number of times, why is her show still on air? If she is being completely anti-Semitic, why is the show still on air? It makes no sense, right? But Nick Fuentes' show is not online. And Nick is far more anti-Semitic than Candace. And Candace is coming up with crazy conspiracy theories that are all revolving around the Charlie Kirk assassination. Lying. It's because she knows how to play the game. She knows how to play this very manipulative game. Social engineering, Tim calls it. But the New York Post seem to think that Candace Owens has gone full Alex Jones with a conspiracy theory narrative. Now, Alex Jones is crazy, but he's not that crazy, right? Candace has gone way above Alex Jones level crazy. She is like, when you are acting as if an entire government is trying to kill you and you've got no evidence at all, you haven't shared that evidence to anyone, that's next level, I'm afraid. Like, that's next level insane. I don't think there's anyone in the podcasting world that has gone that far. But she's done that. I mean, I can kind of compare it in a little sense to Bonnie Blue. Bonnie Blue, the OF creator, many of you may know who she is because she's everywhere at the moment. She's here in Australia with a bus. She's going around in a bus and doing the deed with young kids, barely legal, she calls it. She's doing the most provocative thing she possibly can do because she knows that it gets attention. And on the same instance, the same kind of playing field, except Candace is not selling her body, she's selling you a lie of thought. So Bonnie is selling everyone her body, which is really provocative. She's going to do as many people as she possibly can do. Candace is selling you a lie of thought of a particular situation. They're one and the same, both equally crazy. But one selling her body, the other selling her mind for lies and attention. Still crazy. Still doesn't mean that I think both of them need significant help, believe you me. But they're doing it because they know that they get this. I mean, I could do it. I could start my own crazy show if I wanted to, go down so many different rabbit holes. But would it be worth it? Ask yourself that. Can someone who cares about Candace Owens please get her a psychiatrist? Then again, the millions of viewers who lap up her crazy content could probably use a head check too. I agree, because they're just as crazy, if not even more so. In an next post on Saturday, Candace Owens claimed that a high-ranking employee of the French government had warned her that President Emmanuel Macron and the First Lady Brigitte Macron have executed upon and paid for her assassination, and their kill squad includes at least one Israeli. Interesting how they're teaming up, right? She's losing her last pinky finger hold on reality. Not that she had a hold on reality to begin with, but it's gone well beyond Delulu land at the moment. These paranoid delusions of grandeur, as I've mentioned a number of times on this show, believe it or not, are no surprise to anyone who's been paying the slightest attention to Owens' decline. She's been claiming since last year that Brigitte Macron was born a man. The Macrons are part of a PDF file cult called the Frankists. Funny how she claims that the Macrons are part of a cult, and she can't see the fact that she is indeed part of her own cult that she's claimed. The candy cult. The bad candy, the sour candy cult. Let's just say that. Along the way, she has fanned the flames of crazy conspiracy theory that Israel has something to do with the assassination of her one-time friend, Turning Point USA co-founder Charlie Kirk. In other words, Candace Owens has gone full Alex Jones. Like I said before, she's worse. And sure, it draws eyeballs. Her YouTube has 5.6 million subscribers. She has 7 million followers on X. Insane. Her deranged Franco-Israeli hit squad post drew 39 million views over the weekend. We expect more, or we expect most are just marveling at the dumpster fire, but it's still an appalling sign of how today's digital media landscape has become a cesspool where personality and scandal, including blatant pseudo-scandal, outweigh anything resembling sanity or substance. Every click boosts Owens' profile, puts money in her pocket, and puts her into the feeds of equally unhinged viewers who do buy what she's selling. And believe you me, she is selling you something. The algorithms that decide what content gets attention reward the scandalous and encourage the spread of delusional thinking. Owens has always been a bit of a crank, but could once pass herself off as a stable enough to rub shoulders with mainstream conservatives. She cut her teeth at the Daily Wire and Turning Point. How about that? And by the way, if you weren't already aware of just how crazy she is, here is something else that you all need to look at today. So this is from today. So Thanksgiving, by the way, happy Thanksgiving to everyone yesterday. I know I didn't say it because we don't celebrate it here in Australia, although I think we should start celebrating it. But nevertheless, Candace Owens is now claiming that the next 9/11 is going to happen on the second week of December. I mean, sure, she could just drop evidence and possibly save thousands of lives, but nope. You have to tune into a podcast next week if you want to stop Christmas time 9/11. And she goes, save this tweet. It will age well. So, okay, if you have evidence that there's going to be some form, and this is off of the bat of apparently Laura Loomer, sorry, saying, I am not a 9/11 truther, but she's gone, like, apparently there's going to be some sort of 9/11 style attack that is coming soon. Cynical doubters will say this is just preconditioning for when the Israelis pull a false flag and blame it on the Muslims. See, that's what I don't get. Like, the Muslims will admit to doing something horrible, but yet still somehow the fault of the Israelis. Doesn't make any sense, right? So it's wild to me how you've got someone that claims, again, provocative, again, outrageous, there's going to be another 9/11 style attack. Second week of December. No evidence of that. And if you did believe that was going to happen, don't you want to stop it? Or just let it happen? Doesn't that strike you as insane? Just a bit? Does to me. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care. Be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.